Take it away, fellas.
Thank you, voice girl, and welcome to another edition of the Man Space Podcast. Now, this is the voice of Russ, and with me, as always, already practicing his moves for the 2028 Olympic Breakdancing Challenge, the one and only Big Les.
I had to hold my breath when I do it because I'd be like, "Oh, girl, that was on there. Look like she was just running around in circles." Did you see that?
Yes.
Oh man, hey,
What did you think of this, man? What did you think of it,
bro? When I heard about it was the breakdancing was going to be an Olympic sport,
right?
It made me go,
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, "That's a good thing for the culture, right? Put it on the world stage because I know." Asia, they got into it real good. You know what I mean? US is where it started. You know, England, they into it. I was like, okay, this could be some dope stuff, right?
Right.
But when I saw the clip of old girl, I said, oh, they just made a fool of breakdancing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Pretty
You
much.
just made a fool of the culture. Ain't no way. I would have snatched it out of there too.
I think, and just my opinion, so I'm gonna go ahead and preface this.
Yeah.
I think she knew she wasn't going to win, right? She's not trained in all this. She's not she's a ballroom dancer. But she knew that if she gave a bad performance, the publicity it would give her. That's my opinion.
Her up. Yeah, because she was real happy.
Won?
She was happy. I don't even know.
Nobody knows who won. We know Rachel Duran. We know her.
We do.
She's the dog. I sat there. I went through like 15 YouTube videos today just of her because I was going to get a clip to put into the episode. Yeah. I went through 15 YouTube videos. There wasn't one that had less than 2.4 million views.
Wow.
There wasn't one out of the 15 videos. Not one had less than 2.4 million views.
Wow. Look, and let me tell you, the meme count, is out of control.
Out of control. She's getting all types of talk show requests. She's probably the most popular woman on the planet right now.
Wow. That is crazy. Because her performance was absolutely horrendous.
Gave her a zero. I've never in any sport that has to be judged, I've never seen anybody actually perform and compete to the end and still get a zero.
Yo, is Dancing with the Stars still a thing?
Yes.
Is that still I bet she'll get a performance on that. I bet you. Because she's classically trained ballroom dancer, right?
Yes, she is a ballroom dancer.
I bet you money just because of who she is and what foolery she did on the world stage.
Right.
What country is she from?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah. So you didn't get the kangaroo pelts. Yeah. Australia. Yeah.
That just made it even worse.
Yeah. It's Australia.
Wow. Yes. I mean, she if I was an Australian, I would be pissed because you made a mockery of our country. That's horrible.
Absolutely.
That is horrible. Horrid.
I just wanted to look something up. And there is, according to the 2020 census, right? The 2020 census, there was only 1.6% of their population that was Black.
Oh, yeah. Well, are they counting the Aboriginal?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
there's not a whole lot of breakdancing going on down there.
Nah. I bet you if they had some kangaroo wrangling,
Yeah, they come from a land down under.
Hey! See, there you go. You're getting me started already. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Be down there.
But you know what?
Crocodile Dundee.
I'm gonna do something else though.
Oh God, here we go.
Here we go.
Food alert. Food alert. The Next Week's podcast is talking about food again. Food alert. Food alert.
Oh, tell me about it. What you got?
Really couldn't wait for this one. Our guy Trevor, right?
Yeah. Big Trev, what's happening, bro?
For folks who don't know Trevor is our friend. He's been on a couple of episodes. He's the founder and CEO of Righteous Relentless. Go check out his website, righteousrelentless.com, and pick you up some Christian affiliated streetwear. So,
yes, sir.
Trevor hit me up and he's like, hey, have you seen these Shaq XL Gummies? And I was like, huh? And he said, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal's got some gummies that are out, right? So he sent me the link to look them up. And I'm like, that seems pretty interesting. And so he went and got them.
Yeah.
And he's like, they're pretty good, right? That's all I needed to know. So I made a journey out to go get some myself. So here they have the original Shaq-alicious gummies.
Bruh. Is that Shaq and Charles Barkley?
No, it's all Shaq's face on them.
It's all Shaq's face. Yes. Just the little one look like Charles Barkley.
Yeah, I know, right? No, they're all Shaq. These come in peach, berry punch, and orange flavor. So I have these.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have the sour ones.
Oh God.
Let me get them in the light there.
Yeah. Shaq-alicious.
The Shaq-alicious gummies. So you have a shamrock that is a green watermelon. You have a cactus, because the shamrock, because he played for Boston at one point. The cactus is from him playing out in the desert, out in Phoenix. So it is the mixed berry. And then he has the diesel truck because of his nickname, Shaq Diesel.
Shaq Diesel, right.
Which is pineapple.
And
so this
sour
is
pineapple.
This is all sour, yes. So I did get them all. And I said that I was going to try these. I was going to wait and try these on air to see.
Now that first bag looked open. The first bag looked open already.
I'm
just okay. All right.
Okay. I'm opening it right now. All right. So this is the regular now.
Good God.
I know,
they
right?
look huge.
They are huge.
Jeez.
This ain't your regular little gummy bears now. This is I would say that this is the orange flavor.
Okay.
You know?
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, it's orange. It's it doesn't have like when you bite into like gummy bears.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get that little bounce back because they all taste like they're old. Like, nah. These are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
These are good. Yeah.
You shouldn't have ate the whole one. You should have tasted the next one. Wait now. Finish that one. Clear your palate. Drink some water. And let's try the mixed berry. Okay.
Well, I got to save my calories now.
You got, with 3 of them ain't going to hurt you.
3 is 110 calories.
All right. Well, run up and down the stairs 3 times and you're good.
All right. Let's see if I can find the mixed berry in here. All right. Mixed berry.
All right. Let's see. Oh God.
Got the diesel face on it.
I would have a problem eating that, bro.
Yeah.
It look like you look like you're eating his face. Like you cannibal.
Bro.
You don't like that?
Wait. No. You just messed this up for me. I'm like eating a man's face, dog. You done messed this whole thing up for me.
You're a cannibal. Oh my God. You too big to be a pygmy. So I don't know how to call you a meat-eating Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Now, what was that one? That was the
mixed berry.
Mixed berry. Okay. All right. I didn't see your face frown up too bad. Okay.
No, it's actually good. Now I got. All right. I'm going into the sour one, right?
Okay. Well, I thought it was 3. Oh, that's the clover. All right.
Because we got to get on with the show. I don't got time to eat all 6.
You should have started with the clover and the pineapple first.
I mean, you know, Manspace Nation just don't want to sit here and watch the show and watch me eat. I mean, come on.
I mean, well, we describe food pretty well. You know, that's why we have a segment called Food Alert.
Yes, we do. Okay. Hey, Manspace Nation, go out and get these. These can be found at the Blue Store. We're not going to advertise who it is, but y'all can figure it out and go on your hunt and find them right there. And these bags are less than $5.
Oh, really? Those look like pretty big bags.
They are big bags, yeah. Less than $5. But anyway, here's the sour watermelon.
Sour watermelon. Now we know you like sour things. There you go. There you go, big fella.
It's got a
tell me you did not just say that.
Oh gosh. I think I stuck myself in the eye with this thing. Oh gosh.
There you go, big fella.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You do get that you get a sour hint. Got a little bit of watermelon kick on the back end. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very juicy. It's not like there's juice in it.
Yeah.
But I think because of the sourness,
it pulls that saliva out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. Okay.
You can't leave us hanging. You gotta try the pineapple. You have to.
Maybe during the show. We
gotta go eat during the show. Eat the pineapple anime.
I would eat during the show in a heartbeat. You know I've done that before. But
there you go. All right. I'll give you a pass.
Did you know? So
what was it?
I am gonna blow your mind with this one. Did you know, and you might even know this already, that in pumpkin spice, there's no pumpkin. Did you know this?
Yes, I did that.
I was sitting there watching the news this morning, and they were talking about pumpkin spice season and how stuff is already coming out and all. And so it was one lady of Caucasian descent and one lady who's kind of black, of African American descent.
Yeah.
And she brought it up because she's like, no, don't give me that. And she's like, I love cinnamon stuff, but I don't like pumpkin spice. And then she said, there's no pumpkin in pumpkin spice. I sat up in the bed. I'm like, what?
You didn't know that?
I did not know this. I started looking it up.
Well, the reason it's called pumpkin spice is because it's the spice for pumpkins, not necessarily pumpkin spice. You're putting spices in the pumpkin. I
didn't know this crap at all, dog. I didn't know it. I'm stunned. I was shocked. I had no clue that this was the case. I'm sure I done blew the mind of some people here on the Manspace podcast. Manspace Nation, pumpkin spice is actually cinnamon, ground ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and cloves, ground cloves.
Yep. It's hilarious, the fact to me that I actually knew the ingredients. and don't like it. Maybe that's the reason why.
Every one of those ingredients I use in other stuff.
Yeah, I like those ingredients except for cloves. I don't use a lot of cloves.
I use cloves from time to time.
I don't have anything to put cloves in. If the closest thing I'll probably get is to a brine that has cloves in it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But I would omit that just because they're cloves. Right.
Right.
But everything else.
I didn't know. We have messed up our pumpkin challenge for the last few years by doing pumpkin spice and not just pumpkin.
Oh, hell no. I mean, no, I'm not doing it. You can forget it. No.
Dog, they already putting out Halloween costumes. October will be. I saw a Spirit Halloween already popped up by my barbershop today. I'm like, come on, man.
No,
we can do it. The Manspace Nation. He's trying to stand his ground. He can't. Manspace Nation, if y'all
like
want,
this again,
if y'all want less to do another pumpkin challenge, because we did pumpkin spice. Now we did try. I think we did each maybe have tried a piece of pumpkin. No, I tried pumpkin pie.
I had the muffins.
You had the pumpkin
and something
muffins.
else. And something else. I'm not. No. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal, bro.
Okay.
I'll make you a deal. We get over 100 likes. I'll do it.
100 likes on what?
No. Let me rethink this.
Right. Because
I was going to say
something out there real quick.
I knew 200 likes on IG, and I'll do it.
Starting when?
No, man, starting October, because that's when the season hit.
Okay, the season started already.
No, man, that's for sales season. That's the sales season. No, we already know, because after this, they're gonna be selling stuff on Thanksgiving September 1st. No. No.
I mean, by then it's
okay.
by the time October rolls around, that stuff's gonna be stale. That's probably why we didn't like it.
I had to read.
It's been sitting there all this time.
I had to rethink this thing, because we go now. We'll have 200 next week, and then you'll be on my neck talking about what you're getting. You know what?
This post right here.
You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Get to it. What's
44,000 likes.
On what? What post is that?
It's 44,000 likes. This is my post on IG. 44,000 likes. 1.3 million views. 44,000 likes.
200 is not enough, then.
Hey, come on, Les.
Okay.
Come on, Les.
Okay. 1K.
A pumpkin cake.
I ain't say cake.
Okay.
Said 1K. One.
No, don't try to change the rules now.
I got to. 200 is cheaper than myself.
You said 200. I just showed you.
1K. All right, I eat a piece of pumpkin pie for 200 likes. I'm gonna throw up though. It's gonna be a graphic video. It'll be graphic to the mug.
All right,
let's what you doing?
You get 200 likes, and Les will eat some pumpkin pie.
My stomach already hurt. My stomach already hurt.
Christian, I can't think of Oh, my stomach bubbling.
Yeah, right. My stomach bubbling. I'm
Oh man.
gonna need you to get that sound. Get that sound for the board. So when I do it, you can say my stomach bubbling.
Oh, my stomach bubbling.
A whole time.
Oh man. All right, let's go to break.
You're about to make me cry. That's what you about to do.
Oh boy. Big bro.
What's up, big dog?
So let's talk about the subject of leadership.
Okay.
So I know that you've been, in the management world in corporate America. I've been in the management world in corporate America.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that is all it takes to be a leader? Like you had everything in place to be a leader.
No.
Do you have what it takes to be a great leader?
No. I think a lot of leadership skills are learned.
Mm-hmm.
Best practices, dealing with people. I think the biggest thing with leadership is what type of leader are you?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you lead from the front, the back?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a subservient leader? Are you a task-driven leader?
Mm-hmm.
There's all types of different leaders for different positions.
Right.
You know what I mean? But to me, what a leader is someone who's able to get to people's levels, have communication at the levels that need to be had. And I'm going to say this with a grain of salt. If someone doesn't speak highly educated and you come at them in that way, they may not understand what you're trying to say.
Okay.
So you have to come to a level at where they are to talk to them. And you have to be a leader that's out front. You can't demand somebody to do something and you can't do it. I know that there's beliefs in leadership, and employees believe certain things, but a leader is somebody that's there for you, that's going to help you get the job done however it needs to be done. You know what I mean?
So I think I was looking this up earlier, and there are basically 10 different types of leadership styles, right?
Right.
There's the transactional leader who likes to give reward and punishment. There's the transformational leader that likes to inspire and innovate. There's the servant leader that is serve first and lead second, right?
Right.
Do what it takes for the employees, but kind of lead second. There's the situational leader that likes to adapt, and then they adapt and flex when they need to, right?
Right.
The democratic leadership is the type that likes to collaborate and involve everybody in making a decision. Or the autocratic leadership is the my way or the highway, the OOMF way. And then there's what we came out a lot of in the military, which is the bureaucratic leadership, which is by the book, right? Everything has a process. I used to report to a guy who was my director who believed that if there was not a process for it written out, then there was no process. We don't have a method unless you actually have the steps written out. And that's one of the things after I left that company and moved on to elsewhere, I struggled because of processes were not
in place. I I 100% agree with that, because I'm one of those guys too. How can you demand? How can you expect someone to do something that you don't have a process for?
Right, right. There is the laissez-faire leadership style, which is the hands-off approach, right? Just go do
Mm-hmm.
it. Yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to I don't need to know it. I don't That's what I got you for. I don't need to know it. You go do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's the charismatic leadership style. So that's
Mm-hmm.
that big magnetic personality, right? We all know
Yeah.
people like that. They have
Mm-hmm.
that larger than life personality. Like they may
Yeah.
not know crap that they talking about, but they
Mm-hmm.
personality, it sounds good when they say
It
it.
sounds great. Sounds great.
And it sounds great, but it don't mean crap. You know,
Right.
it's like when you sit there and you listen to him, like, what did he say? You know,
Yeah.
when you really
And
go
then
back to it, yeah. But
later you're like, how did he get this job?
right, right. But then there's the coaching and the coaching style leadership.
Mm-hmm.
So that is more of the guide, the mentor, right? They
Mm-hmm.
make you believe that you can do anything, right?
That's right.
That was the Jimmy Johnson uh Dallas Cowboys style, right? Jimmy
Exactly.
was that guy, that mentor that had them guys believing that they would run through a brick wall for him because they felt like they could do it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
They could do it because he always
And
made them.
most of them did.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, that's
When they
right.
weren't on drugs. But
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
but so out of that, like where do you think you feel fit in that? Where do you think that out of those leadership styles, out of those 10, which one were you?
I don't think I was ever one. I
Yeah.
think I think a good leader has a mix of most
Absolutely.
of those type of situations.
Hmm.
Um, I was a subservient leader.
Hmm.
Let me take care of you because I know I'll take care of you. You take care of me.
Yeah.
I was also a process driven uh, manager
By the
where
book, yeah.
I had to have things by the book. Listen, we
Hmm.
can do all the things you want to do, but we have to get these things done in this order.
Hmm.
And this is how it's done. This is how I want things done. And I think it takes, like I said, I think it takes more than one style.
Hmm.
The bureaucratic leader, you got steps. You got to do these things.
Yeah.
This is how it flows. This is what needs to be done. And I
Hmm.
think, I'll be real honest with you, every employee is not the same.
That's
So
true.
you have to know how to, I don't want to say motivate, but inspire them to do
Yes.
the things you need them to do.
Right.
Because to me, motivation is not, uh, how can I say it? I don't believe that you can motivate somebody. They have to
Hmm.
motivate themselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, my younger days,
Mm-hmm.
I was the type that I could do everybody's job. If you worked for me back then, I
Mm-hmm.
could do your job. So it's
Right.
like if you came to me with an issue, I knew how to do your job, so I could always help you, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of times I would cover for them and I was doing their
Exactly.
job to help
Exactly.
them, right? So I think that was closer to that situational leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I and I like to reward, if you worked hard, I would reward you, that type of stuff. I don't think I think now, for
Mm-hmm.
me now, I'm more bureaucratic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm more by the book because I am the one creating processes when there were no processes in place.
Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But I'm also a little bit democratic now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will collaborate with people. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't like in my world today, I just wrote like 7 process guides, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the senior amongst a group, and it's like 5 of us, right?
Right.
I
Right.
sent it all out to the 5 of them, say, hey, look
Take a
this
look.
over,
Yeah.
make
Tell
sure
me what you
everything
think.
works. right? Go through the steps, make sure I didn't miss nothing. And then when they get, everybody came back, everything looks good. I sent it up to upper management, right? And I, instead of saying I did, I said we.
That's right.
Did, right? And so every time when there's calls with the company calls, they give credit to the whole team, not just me.
Exactly.
And
exactly. But that's a good leader, man. And the role that you possess, because it's not really about you. It's about the people around you. I was taught a long time ago, you're as good as the people you have that report to you.
Absolutely. And that's something I didn't understand in my younger days, right? Like when I first got into management, I was 25 years old.
Yeah.
I ain't no jack.
Right.
I ain't no jack at 25. You know, I came out the military and basically, bounced and then ended up in this role. And it was like, wow, I was never taught how to do this stuff, not from the leadership staff.
Yeah.
And I went to a school for leadership, and I didn't have time to do all that stuff because I needed to get back and work.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'd rather be back here, doing my job rather than being at this class. So,
well, and you weren't invested 100% then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You only gain when you're invested.
Right.
When there's nothing else there, you're not there for anything other than to get that lesson. So you're invested in it, you know. And I've been in the management business for quite some time. You know what I mean? Because I was always one that didn't want to always be told what to do. I needed to have some of that free reign and open, being able to assist and help people, help guide them, mentor, inspire, help them get to the levels they want to go to, and help them get to where I have a story. My brother used to work for a company that I managed, right?
Okay.
And I would go, this is when I was doing field work. And I would go out and I would go and quality control their work constantly.
Right.
Because that was a part of my job. And one day I run up on this location and I go look at the job that was done, and it was not done good. So I called in, I found out who the tech was. Guess who the tech was?
Your brother.
My brother. So being that he was my brother, and not just somebody that I grew up with, we came from the same mama, right? And so I called him up. Hey man, let me help you. Right? I was doing more than what his leadership was doing, what I was supposed to do. Come on, I'm gonna meet you at your next location. Let me show you how to do this the proper way. What I'm looking for. Let me show you what I'm looking for. Right? So we walked through step by step by step. We did it a couple times. I went back a couple weeks later, completely forgot everything I told him. So I had to gave him a warning that I was going to start the process. Because see, I'm paying for these jobs.
Right.
I'm paying your company to do this work for my company. So I need to make sure my company is getting the biggest bang for their buck.
Right.
Okay. I tell this boss, okay. And I started at a supervisor level. Hey man, just in case you don't know, that is my brother. Okay. And I got this look like, really? You telling on your brother? It's not about telling.
Right.
This is about trying to get him to where he needs to be.
Right.
And you guys need to work with him. I can outwork all of y'all. That's why I'm where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Right.
But let's get it. Needless to say, month go by. I ended up having a conversation with their general manager. And I had to release my brother from the contract.
Yeah.
It was a hard decision, but I had him come over to the house. We talked. I explained to him what was going on, and I said, "This is what needs to happen. You're not competent in this area."
Yeah.
And he understood. I know he was probably mad, but he understood. I'm trying to give you the right tools. I've given you all the tools I had in my bag. And I didn't say that they had to release you from their company. You just can't be on this site. Right? You have to. So they were afraid once they found out that was my blood brother to let him go.
Yeah.
Because they thought that I was going to do blowback on them.
Right.
Because I was pretty harsh. I did take a few of the technicians out. However,
okay.
However, the family matter did matter.
Yeah.
Right. We had to take care of business. But my whole thing with that is the leadership portion is hey, let me take you in. Let me show you. It's just like the corrective discipline piece. I got to bring you and tell you what you're doing wrong. Now I'm going to show you how to do it right.
Yeah.
Now the expectation is for you to continue to follow this and make progress. If I would have seen pieces of it, a glimpse of what I taught him throughout this process, I could have pushed him further along. Oh, you're getting it. But after a week or two, you still doing the same thing you were doing before. I spent my week training you.
Right.
Sometimes off the clock. Right. You still doing the same things. That tells me you don't care. So
that's it. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to follow the process.
Yeah. You got to follow the process and
be done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I did that all the time. That I followed the process and I did what I needed to do. I did that with the contract employees and I did that with full-time employees. This is where we're at. Sometimes you take a little bit longer with, I hate to say it, with people that you do kind of have a care for. You take a little bit longer when you're going through these steps because sometimes relationships, when you form relationships and bonds with people, sometimes it gets hard to let people move on to different opportunities, or you have to invite them to different opportunities. But you just have to be strong, and that's the part where people don't understand about leadership. They say, "Oh, like you just want to fire people and this, that, and the other." Absolutely not. I want people to have a career, but I can't let you have a career with me if you're not going to do the things that you need to do. Like I said, we can BS, and I prided myself on knowing my employees. I knew them, right? I knew their kids' names, their spouses' names.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean? I would ask them about it. Happy birthday to such and such and such. Have promotions. Hey, you do this. This is first place winner is going to get this. Second place winner get that. But certain things work for certain people. Again, it goes back to knowing who works for you and understanding them.
That is true. That is true. I was looking at this article, and this was by the Harvard Business Review, and it talked about the 8 essential qualities of a successful leader. Now, before I get into the article, I think that a lot of people feel that because I'm not in management at my job, I'm not a leader. There's more than just your 9 to 5 to be a leader. I mean, if you have a child, you're a leader, because
leadership is a lifestyle.
Basically, every person walking this planet is a leader in some kind of way, because
in some form. That's right.
Because there is somebody out there trying to emulate what you do.
Yeah.
There's people out there trying to emulate this podcast. I saw them out there. There's a couple other Man Space podcasts out there.
I see you. Joe.
But here's according to this, number 1 is authenticity. So they want you to be genuine and true to who you are. And that's the fundamental to any role and being successful in that role. You know, show up and be
Right.
your best self, understanding people and perceive people, being able to perceive people, you know, and then asking for feedback. So it's one of those things you want to be authentic with people. You need to be able to communicate with people, right? Be
Right.
real, be genuine with people, you know.
Mhm.
Number two is curiosity, right? So you need, because this goes back to the family thing, and I mentioned the parents. Children are born curious,
Curious.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So a great leader has to have an outside in perspective of the organization and need to be curious and understand the effects of what these actions and how this impacts the bigger picture. So you have to be curious and try to understand those things and want to understand those things. You can't work inside your bubble.
Right. Right.
I think
Right.
that's a big way to look at it.
Yeah. It
Um,
is.
Analytic prowess.
Mhm.
So
Be
you gotta
more a little
have,
bit. You got to be
yeah,
able to pull some numbers and understand them.
you gotta be able to break
Basically.
down complex problems and
Yeah.
identify them at the root. I think
Yeah.
one of the things that I struggle with, and I do it from time to time to this day,
Mhm.
is I will tune people out.
Mm.
Right, I'll tune you out in a heartbeat. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, let my wife come talk to me.
Yeah. And see, and I have the
I'm just playing it, just in
yeah,
case you saw that. I'm just playing.
whatever. She hear you.
But
Yeah. But I have the other brain. I
mhm,
can't. I
mhm,
have to listen and hear, because that's one of my strongest suits
mhm,
is listening
mhm,
and capturing the essence of what's being said to me and
yeah,
how it's being said to me, right?
mhm,
So I could better react and help.
mhm,
You know, that's that. So I'm a communicator as well, though. You know what I mean? I'll tell you if you're
yeah,
messing up.
yeah,
You know, and I'll tell you if you're doing great.
mhm.
You know.
Now, I think number 4 is probably one of my biggest attributes is
Mm-hmm.
adaptability.
Mm,
And the thing is that this world is changing faster than we can
dramatic.
blink our
Yeah.
eyes, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And being able to adjust and you kind of be able to roll with whatever's being thrown at you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I had similar challenges thrown at me today, and it's like, all right, well, whatever. I'm like, this is what y'all gonna put in front of me. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna, you know, and I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's you got to be able to understand change is always going to happen, and there's so many people that get set in their ways and they don't
Yeah.
like change,
Like
but
yeah.
you got to be adaptable and be
Adaptable.
able,
You
yeah,
have to be. I was always told that too, is you have to be a chameleon, because
yeah,
one moment is green, the next minute is
hmm,
red. And you gotta move from green to red, you
hmm.
know. Yeah.
Something else that I think is a strong suit for me is creativity.
Yeah.
I think that for me, I am very strong being able to think outside of the box. And I
Hmm.
think that's why I've been so successful in my career, is
Hmm.
that I can think outside the box and try to make stuff work. Right.
Yeah.
I look at, from just with this podcast alone. I
Hmm.
was telling somebody the other day, I said, when we had this show, we talked for like an hour on the phone.
Hmm.
We got we were set up a call on that Tuesday,
Yep.
recorded the next week. The show was on the air for the very first time. We went
Yeah.
from just the recording to
Yep.
actually having it on air in a week.
Yeah.
And
Well, you got to
I,
think about it. Yeah, it was extremely fast. Hey,
yeah,
what you think about doing a podcast?
Yeah.
All right, let's get on the call. Let's get on the call. We get on the call. We walk through it. Next week we record. The next week we were on the air. Less than a month.
Dog, we did it in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I contributed to you. I mean, and the other thing too is exactly what you did is knowing who and what will help work with you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't credit myself as being a super creative. I'm more of this, this is the process.
Yeah.
Let's walk through this process. Right? If there's a misstep, then we'll get that corrected and we'll keep it moving.
I feel like because there's always situations, and because I am a technical brain, I always feel like there's situations that cannot fall within the box. So you're always going to have some things so you got to be able to think about those things that actually fall outside. And so that's where I feel like I've been able to strive, right?
Yeah.
And figure out those things and make it work.
Yeah.
Number 6 is comfort and ambiguity. Managing ambiguity is about holding conflicts and ideas in your head and dealing with competing priorities that feel equally important. So many people fall into a trap of linear thinking, believing that X causes Y as a result. And they may overlook that there are other dynamics at play. So that's that goes back to the creativity to me and being able to think outside of the box, because not X doesn't always cause Y. Sometimes
that's
X
true.
causes Z.
That's true. Especially in our line of works.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. One wrong placement. It might still end up at that area, but it's not going to work like it's as designed.
Yep.
So yeah, I get it.
Number 7 is resilience. And
absolutely,
the thing is, man, especially when you deal with a 9-to-5 type job, it's not always about what you did good. It's about what you did bad. And that's society today. Society is going to quickly throw up the bad. And you got to be strong. Look at Miss Rachel down in Australia.
I was going to bring her out too.
People are wearing this woman out, and I mean, nobody's thinking about her mental health.
Nobody, and nobody's thinking about her accolades or anything else that she's done.
Right.
They're only judging her off of what they just saw.
Yep.
But she's deeper than that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So you got to be resilient as a leader. You can't. You got to let some things just slide off and just keep rolling, right?
Yeah, man.
And as a leader, and here's one of the biggest things, because as a leader in the office, as a parent, as a husband, when things happen to you, sometimes you can't just show it. You got to be strong enough to stand there in the face of it and still, because just because this happened, you don't stop being a parent. Just because this happened, you don't stop being a husband. Sometimes you do, but most times you don't. You can't just stop being a husband. So so you got to be resilient.
Yeah, and you got to be. Go ahead. No, I was just saying. I've always been taught, slow to react. Always think first. Think first.
That goes back to my mom's saying, and I think I've mentioned this one to you before, but the little kid in the cookie jar, right? The little boy goes and asks his mother, "Can I have a cookie?" She says, "No, because it will spoil your dinner." And he keeps walking into the kitchen and he looks up on top of the refrigerator and he realizes, gosh, those cookies up there in that cookie jar look really good.
Yeah.
I can get just one. And he starts thinking before he tries, because he starts thinking, I can just push this chair over there and I can climb up on the counter and I can get a cookie jar and put it back and mom will never know. And I will have me a delicious cookie. But then he starts thinking, what if I knock the cookies over and
Mhm.
and the jar breaks, and now nobody gets a cookie because they're all
That's
across
it.
the floor.
Right.
He's thinking out the consequences
Mhm.
and of what may happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then on top of it, not only did he disobey his mother, then he's thinking, my mom would be mad at me.
Mhm. And nobody gets cookies
Yeah,
because
nobody gets cookies.
that's it. But
Nobody.
and that's a beautiful thing too.
Mhm.
You have to wait. But that's just in life,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It some people have it 10 times worse out
Mhm.
here. And they have to weigh decisions that I don't want to weigh,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and and you have to be able to manage those situations,
Mhm.
you
And
know?
where you're going kind of ties into this last one, which is empathy.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got to have some sort of empathy, understanding, and being able to connect with each other on an
mhm,
emotional level, right? So
exactly.
sometimes it's one thing to talk to people, but then if you don't genuinely show that you care about somebody, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
I show you that I care about your situation, then it may show you that, I may work a little bit harder. I
That
might do a
guy,
little
that
bit
guy's
better.
human.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, I've been
Yeah.
through the struggle. I've had to sit down with an employee before and tell them, listen, you're not the first person having these issues, and you will
Mhm.
never be the last.
Never be the last.
Okay.
Never be the
The
last.
difference between the first and the last is how you deal with it in the middle.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to deal. If you can't deal, this is going to consume you. If you
Hmm.
can deal, this is going to heal you and give you a lesson that you don't ever want to repeat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But but again, that comes back for me as being able to get to people on the levels that they are. And people have to have a trust with you in order to communicate with you in your management style. Because if they
Yeah.
don't like you, they're not going to tell you that my lights just got cut off and I ain't got no alarm clock and I couldn't charge my iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and before we go to break, I just want to kind of throw this in.
Mhm.
Leadership is about service, not power.
That's it.
And then you need to guide with humility and empathy and lead with courage and conviction, because leadership is simply a journey. It's not a destination.
That's absolutely right. Amen, brother.
And let's take it to the
Let's go to
break.
a break.
As we do each week, we like to close the show with just a little bit of inspiration. Manspace Nation, today I want to challenge you to step up and be a leader. Make this message part of your regular life and repeat these words. As I step forward as a leader, I embrace the responsibility to inspire, to uplift, and to guide those around me. I recognize that a leader is not about having all of the answers, but fostering an environment where everyone can contribute to be their best. I am committed to leading with integrity, empathy, and a relentless drive to make a positive impact. Each day, I will lead by example, knowing that my actions can ignite the potential in others and create a legacy of growth, unity, and purpose. I am ready to lead with courage and vision. Manspace Nation, take the time to know that you are here for a purpose, and you are here to make an impact. Be a leader. Wow.
Beautiful. Well said, sir.
Thank you.
Well said.
Remember,
you're a leader.
And you are as well, Les. You are a leader.
Thank you.
And Man Space Nation, everyone out there, you are a leader as well.
Absolutely.
And make that part of your life, just remind yourself every day.
I am a leader.
A leader. That's it.
That's it.
I will say during that, I did try the pineapple during that.
Yeah. Tell me.
That thing's awesome. That one is by far my favorite one. You get that hit of pineapple in it. I love pineapple. And
yeah, me too. Yeah.
I've gotten on this kick where I eat pineapple every day. And it's beautiful because my wife's allergic to it. So I thought to myself,
you sorry sapsucker. You're sorry. Just sorry.
I'm gonna eat it all. I'm gonna be a leader and eat it all myself and not allow her to have any to tempt her with allergies. I don't even keep it in the house. I got a refrigerator out in the garage, and that's where it is.
You better protect her. That's called protect. That's it.
That's right.
You're protecting. You're being a leader in your relationship right now.
That's it. That is
selfish. Just selfish.
All right. So, Les.
Yes, sir.
Get 200 likes. You will come on air on the Man Space podcast and eat a slice of pumpkin pie. Not just a bite, a full slice. 200 likes.
I sold myself cheap for this one.
You did.
So cheap. I'm so disgusted by it as well. One slice.
One slice. That's all it is. One slice.
And I'm not going to throw up at first. I'll eat.
All right. We're going to hold you to that one.
Oh, Man Space Nation.
That one. 200 likes, Man Space Nation.
Y'all know I got love for y'all, man. Y'all like y'all.
Hit us up, Man Space Nat 1. 200 likes. He's going to eat some pumpkin. And we will be taking his black card right behind it after he finishes.
That has nothing to do with it.
And on that note,
we out of here, but not my black card.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Man Space.
Whichever platform you listen to us on, make sure you subscribe and don't miss a show.
Remember to keep up with all the Man Space updates on our website, themanspacepodcast.com.
And you can follow us on Instagram at manspacenat1.
Until next time, Man Space Nation, he's Les, I am Russ, and we are out of here.